Just earlier this year I moved down here more or less full time, so it is a sacrifice that you have to make, but I see it on the results side. I see the benefit from it, so it's a fairly easy one. As much as I miss friends and family and everything that goes on at home, it's when the results come in, it's sort of shows me why I need to be here, really. It was basically him that got me started on this career path. He ended up building a go-kart circuit, which is his bread and butter with my mum these days, and it's their business, but I grew up riding on that. So it just started off me riding mini moto, moving up to 80cc, and then before you know it, it's 125cc, and it started as a family sort of hobby. My sister used to race, my mum used to help do the timekeeping, and my dad used to race as well, so it sort of started there, really. This for me is good training because you get the physical load of the bumps, but also the bike sliding around a lot. There's not a lot of grip. You've got to be careful. It's very easy to make a small mistake and hurt yourself, so you've got to stay sharp with it. We had a hell of an end to the season, really. 7 out of the last 8 wins. Races I won, and it was beyond expectation, really. We joked in the summer break because I found a setting that I was really happy with the bike. We joked about winning all the last races. You kind of say it, but it's one thing saying it, but another thing actually pulling it off, and we were very close to it. So when things are working like they were at the end of last season, it was kind of like clockwork. My biggest rival is very consistent, and we ended up winning more races than him. We had 2 more wins than what he did over the course of the season, but he had less 0-point finishes than what I did. So it's about ironing out those peaks and troughs and not necessarily winning every race, but at least being on the podium. I feel like I have got a bit of a target on my back since the end of last year with the great runs, but it's just part and parcel of it, really, and trying to keep that going. It's a difficult track. It's so fast, and after a winter of not really riding too much, it takes a bit of adjusting to. The speeds there are extremely fast. There's not a lot of braking there at all, and you basically just throw the thing on its side and hope it sticks. For me personally, I've gone home from there in an ambulance before, and it's definitely the wrong way to start the season. It's a seriously strong field, and I think that some of the other bikes are going to improve quite a lot through the winter, so I reckon there's going to be a lot of names in the mix this year, but in terms of the overall championship, I think there will be just a few guys. The expectation is high, but I put enough pressure on myself and expectation on myself to deliver that I don't really feel like there's any external pressure that can possibly top that. Superbike season's long, so if it doesn't go well, then it is what it is. It's nothing that can be changed, but obviously the aim is that I put myself in the best possible position to be able to fight for this World Championship. I was told when I was very, very young, I think I was probably about 12 years old, by Kenny Roberts, former 500cc world champion. He said, whatever you do, just stick at it, and that stuck with me because there's been so many times where I could have just thrown the towel in and gone and got a real job somewhere. I looked up to riders in the World Championship, really, and I admired pretty much all of them. It was my dream. I saw them as something that was unachievable, and I'm very lucky and very fortunate to say now that I've raced against the majority of them now. So it's I think that it's a bit cliche, but dreams sort of do come true.